Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for the love that I have received, especially for my last video. You getting to know me through the questions that you asked. I took all the responses at heart, just so you know. But yeah, thank you all so much. Please tell a friend. This year we should aim at building the community. I want to focus more, especially within the coming months, to see that I can be more and more consistent. So we'll see how that runs. The goal is YouTube has to recognize this channel, right? Because we put a lot into it. Very many people come together to make this happen. So we don't take it for granted, right? And of course, we are still in the Boma in Tebe, and this is our home for the whole month. You can check it out yourself. All the details on how you can make your reservations are down below. Remember, they do not take walk-ins. You have to make your reservation ahead of time. Now, today's video is, you know how I've been telling you that lately my life is to deal with the within and not without. That is what this video is about. Earlier this year, I got a chance to go to Rwanda. Yeah, I love it. I went to volcanoes, and this is because of a particular lodge that I was supposed to see. But it just recently ended, and I made a hint on it when I visited volcanoes for the very first time last year. So today I want to first say a huge thank you to Singita Kwitonda Lodge, because I got to visit it for the second time again, and to say thank you to Samuel and the entire team who took great care of us. Unfortunately, again, I did not get to see Kataza House, but just like I remember it, very fine. The service is top notch. When you arrive at Singita, I was given a scrub, a hand massage and scrub. Yeah, your hands, oh, by the time you enter the property, trust me, whichever filth you've come with in your fingers will be left right at the doorstep. And then when you step in, you are ready to welcome in all the wealth you can think about, because your hands are already clean. So that was a great experience I had this time around when I went. And of course, I'll be showing you on my social media platforms. I'll be posting something that I took. It's more of a souvenir that I can remember on Singita Kwitonda. Top-notch service. Thank you guys for taking great care of our guests. I appreciate you as well. And when you're at Singita, you really get to a place. I'm going to categorize Singita towards the end of this video, the kind of person who I envision going to Singita. Yeah, I'll be telling you in just a bit. But this time around, when I went to Rwanda, I had the finest time when I visited, ladies and gentlemen, Bisate Reserve. Now, the Wilderness Bisate Reserve is the newer property. It is more of an addition of the old Bisate that I showed you last year. Bisate is one of the lodges that are really sought for. That is one of the most demanded lodges in my own experience. A person who wants to go to Bisate, trust me, you could sell them any other property all you want. They will not budge. It doesn't matter about the price. They will go ahead and pay for Bisate and stay there. Bisate has the feels of old money. You know, old money, people who are not phased about anything. They know who they are. They have worked for the money, and they've earned the right to spend it however they want. That is the kind of person. Now, guys, I got a chance to go to Bisate Reserve, but it's nothing. Like, of course, the concept is the same. They have pieces that you could put within the same places. But, guys, Bisate Reserve is world apart, phenomenal, spectacular, nothing. I cannot really compare Bisate Reserve to the old Bisate. Bisate Reserve shows that someone saw the gap and decided to fill every single hole right there. Bisate Reserve has 4 cottages, and two of the cottages are interconnecting. That means suitable for a family, and unlike Bisate, the old Bisate or the original Bisate, which does not take kids, especially those below 15 years, these ones can take children from 5 and above. Yes, there's space for that. They have put a different activity for children. There is even a child minder at the property, so you can leave the child behind as you go for either gorilla trekking, golden monkeys, or any of the activities that you have to do within Volcanoes National Park. They get to stay with your child without an extra charge. Of course, all the other things as we know them are included except for the spa, which you have to pay separately. Now guys, when I entered the rooms, the cottages themselves are much bigger. There is a whole bar, you get a whole kitchen, part where you get to make your own meals. There's that. But I think what stood for me, about 2 things stood out for me when it came to Bisate Reserve. One is that they have the AC, but it's behind the bed. Like, the setup of the AC is what money, you better locate me before I find you, because the story will be different. So find me before I find you, because I'm telling you, every single thing in that room was well curated. So the AC is right behind the bed. That is one of the things that stood out for me. They have an inside shower. They have a bathtub inside as well, facing the volcano. And Bisate Reserve specifically has the view of Mount Bisoke right there. It's a very phenomenal kind of view that you get. But the other thing that stood out for me was the bathroom, more of the closet. Yes, the closet that they have within their cottages is super duper. Now, guys, when I was at Bisate Reserve, I started to think. I was asking myself this question. But what does the owner of this property think about? Like, what do they eat? Who do they work with? How do they live their life? Because I'm at a place where I need to better myself. And when you get to the wilderness Bisate Reserve, you realize you cannot be having the same 24 hours with this person. Absolutely. They must be doing something different. So even as I take a sip, I would like to ask you, what do you think about, who are your friends? And how do we get to that level of that kind of mindset? Guys, the hospitality industry within Rwanda is on a step of its own. First of all, they have done a lot of marketing, but even when you get to the lodges, they're short of nothing but excellence. Everything they go for is top notch. The service is great. The aesthetics of all the lodges, especially those of the high end, they are just perfect. So I started thinking to myself, there has to be something I'm either doing wrong or not. What do you think about? What do the owners of Bisate Reserve think about? Who are their friends? Where do they hang out? Where do they sleep? What do they eat? How do they work? How do they sit? Let's start with that. If I can sit like a rich man sits, then I think I'm set for something. Yeah, what do they eat? What should I be ordering moving forward? Should I be eating? Maybe as I'm eating, they are taking that time to build up something. Bisate Reserve takes a 10 out of 10 minus nothing whatsoever. They have these carts, they get to drive you, unlike Bisate, the original Bisate, which has steps all around. This one, they have carts, they get to pick you up, get to drive you all the way up the main lodge, or even to your own room. They can be able to do that. And right at the entrance of Bisate Reserve are 2 sculptures, one of a human hand and the other of a gorilla hand. And basically they were telling us that the idea there was that the two of them living together, there is a place for humanity and there is a place for these gentle giants. So I just wanted to tell you about my experience at the Bisate Reserve. I need me a sip. These guys, they have outdone themselves. So a great thank you, a special thank you to Tiffany and the entire group right there at the Wilderness, Vincent, who prepared us for that whole farm, the farm trip and the site inspection that we had at Bisate. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Keep doing the good job. And you have put me at a place where I'm dreaming. And you know, aside from the owners, at one point I was thinking about the owners, but then I started thinking about the guests who stay there. What do they eat? What do they think about? One of these days, I need to talk to one of the guests who go to such posh places, and I need to know information. How do I get there? That is my whole thing for this year, guys. How do I get rich? How do I get to these places? How do you get the point, right? So I told you that towards the end, I would describe in my mind, Bisate is for old money, yeah? Then Singita is for a 35 to 40 to 50 year active person who is in the line of business, but so they can afford the luxury, but then they want to take a little bit of space to go away, work. They can work away from home, but then be able to achieve just as the same goals or even more. So yeah, if I'm to paint a picture, that is who I see at Bisate. What do you see? Now me, with where I'm at right now, which lodge is suitable for me? Those are stories for other days. Please like, comment, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. This year, we are looking at moving this channel to just the next step. I leave it at that. Next week, I'm going to be introducing to you, hands down. Now, forget all about Bisate. Bisate is great and all. Guys, you are not ready for the property that I'm going to be introducing you to next week. So stay tuned and I'll see you next time. My name is Renji Stella. I love you. Mwah. Bye.